Hey, hello, welcome to the Comic Book Heels channel. I haven't done a video in a while. I got a few books in, so I wanted to do a haul to show you guys what I got, so stay tuned. Alrighty, so this is a small little haul I wanted to show you guys just so I can keep, get a video out there. I got a big haul I'm going to make in the next month or so when, I get my return. So, I got some plans for that. But for right now, this is a 4-book haul. The first one's going to be this epic collection, the new Fantastic Four. It has, it's by Walt Simonson, and the rest of the book is by Tom DeFalco. Great stuff. I actually read this already. I'll talk about it more when we flip the camera around, and I'll show you the interiors. And then I just got in Daytripper by Fabio Moon and Gabriel Ba, which, to my knowledge, are twin brothers, which is pretty cool, from Brazil. I hear a lot of good things about this book, that it's like a very emotional, and a book that's going to make you, feel all sorts of emotions. You might cry, think about life, stuff like that. I think the Omni Dog is who I hear most about it from, but I just started reading it. It's good so far. I can't wait to read the rest. And then we got Heroes Reborn, Fantastic Four by Jim Lee is the artist and writer in here. To be honest, I didn't grab this for the story. I grabbed it for Jim Lee's art. I love his art, and I didn't know he drew Fantastic Four, so that's pretty cool. Heroes Reborn was the thing where kind of like the Ultimate Universe before the Ultimate Universe happened. Like Rob Liefeld, Jim Lee, and Will Patacio came back from Image, and they came back to Marvel, and they rebooted like Captain America, Iron Man, Avengers, Fantastic Four, and gave them tweaked stories and stuff. Yeah, so they're going to the omnibus this later for all of them collected, but I wanted the Fantastic Four one only, so I grabbed it. And then next up is going to be The New Frontier by the late great Darwin Cook. Massive book with Darwin Cook's beautiful art. I'm sure you've heard of The New Frontier. I've watched the movie. I actually have never read the story, so I'm excited to finally read it and get into it. So yeah, so we're gonna flip it around and we're gonna look at the books and show you the art and see. Alright, first book I'm gonna show off is the Epic Collection Fantastic Four, the new Fantastic Four. I actually read this book, so I can talk to you about it. Yeah, so it first begins with the this book has a lot to do with scrolls, I'll tell you that much. The first is basically there's a scroll who took over Invisible Woman, and she put all the Fantastic Four to sleep, and she calls in Spider-Man, Ghost Rider, Grey Hulk, and Wolverine, and tells them, hey, Fantastic Four are dead, you guys are the new protocol. If the Fantastic Four died, and you guys are the new Fantastic Four, and basically she gets them to go do a mission for her. And so yeah, so basically these are the new Fantastic Four. They were the hottest commodity at the time when this came out. When was it? 1990, 91. And so you get a cover of these four as New Fantastic Four, and they're a lot of fun together. If you love these four together, or separately, you love them together. So what they end up doing is they go to the Island of Monsters, and they fight all these monsters, and they deal with Mole Man, and while all this is happening, the Skrulls are looking for the Skrull who went to Earth, who's actually Invisible Woman, and all their paths end up crossing, and it's a big fight with the Mole Man and the new Fantastic Four, and obviously they find out the Invisible Woman was a Skrull. It's a really good story. If you're not a big Fantastic Four fan, I would say this is the one to get, because it isn't really a Fantastic Four. But if you're not a Fantastic Four fan, you should change your mind, because Fantastic Four are amazing. I've been in love with their stuff lately. They're my number one team right now. In one book, I'm getting the John Byrne omnibus eventually. Can't wait to get that. Here's Ghost Rider doing his pen and stare. It always scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. Yeah, I basically told you the whole story, but like I don't want to show you all of it. It's a really good, great art, great story. It's a lot of fun, a ton of fun. Definitely go grab it if you guys want a fun book to read. Next big story is issue 350 when Doom goes back to Latveria and takes over. To my knowledge, I didn't read this story, but I'm guessing this happened in John Byrne's run. What's his name? In John Byrne's, John Byrne, this happened. Kristoff took over and became Doom, and Victor was gone. So Victor comes back basically and takes over. So that's pretty cool. I'm sure I would have loved it a lot more if I read John Byrne's run, which I'm going to eventually. But the way Doom gets them back is Doom goes to Mrs. Thing, which I also didn't know was a thing. So yeah, I just started really getting the Fantastic Four. So I'm learning as I go on. So Mrs. Thing hates being the Thing, and Doom basically gets her to come to Latveria and change her, and with the dreams to change her back to human. And he does, but what it is just to get Fantastic Four to come over, and so he can trap them. So that's pretty cool. So the next few issues is Doom faces the Fantastic Four, which is, you know, classic, great F4 comics. And then after that, was my favorite part was the Tom DeFalco stuff, which is weird because I hear a lot of people don't like Tom DeFalco. Ooh, before I get to Tom DeFalco, this is a great little story by Danny Fingerroth, where Thing is just going back to Yancey Street, and he wants to go to an apartment where he used to live. It's a nice little Thing story, and he goes to his family, and he goes and he's he eats dinner with them where he used to live, but the wrecker from the wrecking crew is out trying to get revenge on one of his old teammates, and he ends up taking the apartment down where Thing is eating with the family. He takes it down, and it's a nice little battle with Thing and the wrecker. But what happens is the family he was eating with had a little girl, and she ends up dying. It's pretty heavy stuff. It's pretty heavy stuff, and it's a great issue that I never would have read if it wasn't for Epic Collection. So I'm happy I read it. Issue 355, Fantastic Four. It's just a Thing-centric story, and it was like probably one of the best stories I've read in a long time. I loved it. Yeah, I should probably stop spoiling stuff. Sorry. And anyways, after that, we got a little issue with the New Warriors. I love the New Warriors. I also got some of them in the Spider-Man Epic Collection. New Warriors is a great team. Night Thrasher, Nova, great stuff. And after that is when they find out. I won't spoil this part. This is the part that people don't like from Tom DeFalco's one, I think, where you find out something happened with Human Torch's wife, which is Elisa Masters, who was previously with a Thing. But she finds out something happens with her, and it's very emotional, very well done. And then they have to go to the Skrulls' home base and fight them, and it's just great stuff, man. I liked Fantastic Four before this, and this Epic Collection cemented it. Why I love them. What got me into Fantastic Four, if you saw a previous video, I love the Mark Waid stuff. Good stuff. And then we have over here, they get stuck in space when they're leaving the Skrulls. It's just great stuff, man. It's such fun adventure. I definitely feel like if you don't like Fantastic Four, you should give them a shot. They're a great team, and I love them so much. So yeah, the rest of the video is going to be kind of fast because I haven't read these yet, so we're just going to go through them. Daytripper, great stuff. It's like I said, everyone says it's really emotional. It's really good. I'm going to read you some of these things, so you can read them up here. It says, beautifully written and utterly gorgeous. Here's one. With moments of sheer bliss and portions that will break your heart, Daytripper will challenge every emotion you ever thought a comic book could elicit. This is the Eisner Award winner. Great stuff. You know, it's a nice little break from superhero comics about life. In my knowledge, in this book is that at the end of every issue, very part of the story. Your main character dies at a different part of his life. So you see in the beginning of each story, I believe it tells you his age. Yeah, so here he's 32, and then the one I'm reading right now, he's 21, and it's all supposed to, like, you know, make you think and cry, and it's supposed to be a really good book. So, I mean, obviously, I've only read one issue. I'm not crying yet, but here it is when he's 76. But it looks great. I heard great things, so I'm excited to read it. Next up, we got Fantastic Four. This is written and drawn by Jim Lee. We got Scott Lobdell from X-Men fame, and I think he's doing Red Hood right now, helping him write too. But the main reason I got this was the art, man. Jim Lee art, as everyone knows who loves comics, is beautiful, and I didn't know he drew Fantastic Four. So since I'm so into F4 right now, I was like, whoa, I need to get me some of that. So like I said earlier in the video, this is like the Ultimate Universe before the Ultimate Universe existed. They kind of like started over the characters. Look at that. Dr. Doom looks amazing. I freaking love Jim Lee, man. I'm sure I'm not the only one who loves him, obviously, but whew. Apparently this is the story is okay. They kind of just hit all the beats with F4, you know, Terrax, Doom, Galactus, Mole Man, all the stuff, you know, all the stuff that Inhumans, all the things that Fantastic Four are known for. But like I said, I got this for the art, and I'm just excited how beautiful it looks, and I just can't wait to stare at each page and go, God damn, Jim Lee, you're amazing. So look at that, pin up with Namor. I love Namor, by the way. I've been reading a lot of epic collections with Namor in it. Namor's the badass. All right, and the last book I was gonna show off is gonna be New Frontier, written and drawn by Darren Cook, the late great Darren Cook. What can you say about Darren Cook, man? Look at his art. I mean, I know Jim Lee. I just talk about Jim Lee and his art. Look at Darren Cook's art, man. It's so beautifully cartoony, if that makes sense. I think nobody will ever be able to match how great his art is. I love his Batman. His Wonder Woman is beautiful. Everything about it. Like, I watched this movie, but I haven't ever read the book, so I'm excited to finally read it. I was reading a nice little write-up of, I want to say her name wrong, Faria, on the Omnibus Collectors group. She wrote a nice little great write-up about how much this book helped her be, you know, in a dark time, and helped her be happy. And so it's nice to have a book like that, you know. So looking at this book makes me happy. Darren Cook just elicits happiness out of me. His art is beautiful, and I'm sure his writing is great too. It's sad that he passed away, because I don't think we'll have another artist like him. But yeah, so because I haven't read the book, so I'm not gonna like review it or anything. But I just know I'm excited to read it. I'm like, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. So I'm excited to get into it. These books are gonna hold me over until I get until I have time to grab my big haul next month, which is probably gonna have like Fantastic Four by John Byrne. I believe Captain America Omnibus by Mark Waid's gonna be in there. X-Men Age of Apocalypse Omnibus. I got a plan, so when I get that, I'll probably get that next month or so, and we'll have a nice little video then. So anyways, so yeah, the DC New Frontier, we got beautiful Jim Lee, Heroes Reborn, Fantastic Four. We got Daytripper, which, you know, the books that make me cry and think about life. I'm ready for it. Reading it right now. And then we got the wonderful epic collection from Fantastic Four, who I am in love with right now. This team is amazing. Yeah, so that's my little mini haul. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Hopefully I'll be posting more videos pretty soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.